Hello, lovely soul family. It's Breanne here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I was just looking to do a tarot today and pull some oracles pertaining to the 5-5 portal. I'm curious, how are all you guys feeling this past, I guess I would say 5 days, because I feel like if we look back at April, it was really good. It was a pretty good month. I mean, for myself personally, um, it went smooth. There wasn't too many hiccups. It was a busy month. It was great. And then it's like bang, I think May 2nd. It was May 2nd that really started to stir up big emotions and big feelings and certain things within me that I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't know that was still there. So I feel like with this 5-5 portal, especially if we look at five and what that symbolizes, that's change and transformation. So this portal is going to be a really big gateway and time for us to kind of dig into, I want to say, dig into our emotions with maybe certain rushes of adrenaline, because I feel like we're getting so much light right now and so much love from the universe that things are being purged, things are coming up, all those roots are being, dug up and pulled out of the ground. And it's a big time for change. So I would love to see what the tarot and oracle have to say pertaining to that. But it kind of a bit of a sidetrack brings me to that statement, fake it till you make it, because that came into my reality, oh goodness, like back in my early 20s, I guess, 19, 20. And I remember an old boss used to always bring that up, fake it till you make it statement. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, okay. So I kind of jived with that for some time. And it's like the more and more, I feel like that statement's been coming up in my head a lot lately. And I feel like there's definitely a lot of things that we can do to kind of help us get out of that mood. That sometimes is that fake it till you make it statement, but ultimately you can't fake your vibration. The universe knows. The universe doesn't go off your words, it goes off of your vibration. So if you can't live from your heart and link up those feelings with your emotions and your thoughts with your actions, you're not fooling anybody, right? So it's just a big kind of eye opener, and 5-5 is a big change. So again, it's like going into our authentic truth and giving back to, I feel like, ourselves, like coming back into our center for this gateway. Um, but yeah, I mean, again, it's all about I feeling like love, emotions. It's like health and happiness as well. And bringing all of that back into our heart. So I'm getting a lot about just our heart chakra. I just feel like my heart chakra exploding, and it's like surrendering and letting go of all those previous past belief systems that aren't serving us, so we can jump into our center and be our true selves. But anyway, let's turn the tables here and look into the tarot and the oracle and see what that has to say for us for this 5-5 portal. I am so excited to see all this. Okay, my goodness. We actually even got a fork in the road oracle, which is quite lovely. And on top of that, what I was feeling with the heart chakra came out, and the base chakra, as well as transformations. That's what five totally represents. It's transformations, change. Big changes are happening, and the gateway is open today here. So again, I'm really feeling like this is just a big time. This is like a window of opportunity that is allowing us, like, look at all these aces. So this is really showing us like spirit's going to be guiding us and showing us how to move forward without certain feelings of disappointment, shame, guilt here, sadness. It's like changing the cycle so we don't continue to repeat past patterns. I feel like with these, this is a huge activation for the collective. This gateway is extremely powerful. I mean, it may be a little uncomfortable for a lot of us because in the situation we have the moon. So this is again intuition, living from our heart here. But I feel like a lot of things are being pulled up, and this can contain a lot of sadness, a lot of, maybe shame or guilt or fear, because there's this oracle that flew out up above that said trapped in fear. So if we're looking at that one, I feel like this is a really good portal that is helping us kind of shine that light on certain past patterns that are going to be surrendering, that we are going to be able to surrender to. And I keep seeing like this Five of Cups. This is really, really standing out to me. And I feel like some of us could be hitting rock bottom, but it really turns, it's like a turning point in our life here. And on top of that, we have a five, which is the 555 portal. So that's quite symbolic. I love that there is a five that came out. Um, if we kind of, let's start with this oracle, the fork in the road. Having, this gateway opening today, this is really a time to consider certain decisions that we need to make here. We need to act and make certain necessary choices, maybe necessary changes that are going to lead to this outcome of new breakthroughs, because a lot of the collective is going through a major transformation with this energy, and they're going to come out with super amazing breakthroughs. There's going to have new ideas. There's going to be like systems that are changing. This is like really positive information here. So it's really about choosing what reality you want to go down here. I feel like, we all have the choice, and certain consequences, or showing like each choice here has certain consequences. So it's kind of, this card is bringing up that topic, is like, are you going to choose to, go left, or are you going to choose to go right here? Not to say that one is right and one is wrong. They're all just learning experiences. And some of us are going to continue to go down certain paths and still continue to learn certain lessons that we haven't yet learned. So really the choice is yours, and it's yours alone to make here. We have to be, I'm really I feel like the sense of being responsible, being in our true authentic self, standing up, because if we look at the past energy, we have the Nine of Wands. This is standing up for what we truly want. What are we fighting for here? But I'm also really getting here, don't just choose, to go left because everybody else is going left here. It's like people are not going to make the choice for you. We are our own, it's like every soul is its own universe. So this is your reality. You choose what direction you want to go, and where and what you want to manifest. And I see a lot of people are doing that. I was so excited. This is really positive. Um, because that past energy, as we just looked at, that's that Nine of Wands. This is standing up. That's, kind of persevering through the tough times, because I feel like a lot of us have hit maybe rock bottom and we're kind of struggling. And this is the turning point where it's like, no, we're not going to take this anymore. We're standing up and we're making a difference here. The King of Wands energy comes up in. This is the placement of the energy of the 5-5 portal. So when we look at the King of Wands, that's all about certain energies that are opening up to the collective at the moment. And we're going to feel certain surges of possible like inspiration here. This is kind of taking lead, taking control. This is a really solid figure here. And look at that. And it's clarified with the Queen of Cups. This is, again, I'm really getting about the masculine and feminine balance as well, because five can be a masculine and also exhibit feminine traits here, and you have the masculine and the feminine energies coming in for this 5-5 gateway. So that's quite interesting that those kind of showed up together. So again, for I think the collective as well, it's about knowing that we all have masculine and feminine traits, and when those are in balance, it can really bring about some beautiful inspirations and breakthroughs here. I love that the bottom of the deck is also an Ace of Wands, just double confirmation. All right, so again, if we look at the past, that's that Nine of Wands, and we also have the Eight of Swords here, and that's like I feel like people are starting to break free here. They're breaking through certain restrictions and letting go of belief systems with that card there. So quite lovely. Um, Look at that. In the current energy, we have the Ace of Wands, which is inspiration, spirits. This gateway is opening for lots of new. I feel like light. I just keep seeing like new light, streams of light coming into the earth, and kind of helping the collective release old, I won't want to say baggage, but release those old patterns, right? And look at that, that light is coming in at light speed. It's coming in fast. And it's really going to take, I think this, by the end of this month, people are going to see some really interesting or crazy changes. I don't know if I want to say crazy changes, but it's like in terms of even their personal life, like the collective, we're going to see a lot of things from now, just for the next couple of weeks, things shifting and turning in big ways. And look at that magician over the moon. So this is the energy of the 5-5 portal. So again, we are manifesting whatever it is that we are putting our attention on. So what is it that you are focusing on? Be very careful not to be focusing on, I mean, it's important to surrender to these things and not ignore them. But we don't want to spend all our time and all our attention focusing on guilt or focusing on not having enough money or not being enough or hating our job or whatever it is here. So be very careful with what it is you're putting into your reality or into your mind, because that's going to accumulate and that's going to alter your timeline here. So again, towards the end of the month here, we've got the Ace of Swords. This is really amazing mental clarity is coming in. And again, I feel like the power of our mind, we're going to see a lot of transformations happening. And this is clarified by the moon. Interesting. So together, this is really powerful, like powerful cards for insight, intuition. There's going to be some like, I feel like a lot of people are just going to start to know things automatically. The moon really represents like the hidden realm, right? The mystery here. So certain dreams and emotions, this is a very emotional based card as well, Pisces there. So again, with that Ace of Swords, this is talking about certain clarities and breakthroughs that we're going to have. We're going to be able to tap into our intellectual capacity as well here. So we really need to start to trust our instincts, trust our, you know, if they're whispers from however you receive messages from your spirit guides, from the subconscious, it's like be open and be aware of what's coming in and trust it with everything in your heart. If something feels off, if you have a gut feeling about something, you're probably right. So many times we let the analytical mind or our ego get in there and we just brush it off as being nothing. But this is really a big time for transition here and transformation. Again, moving away from old patterns, anxieties, fears, getting out of this. Like we are releasing ourselves from being trapped in fear here. Lots of new breakthroughs and truths to be revealed. This could even mean collectively a lot of truths coming out. When I see this moon card, this could be connections. Like this portal could also open up a lot more connections with, let's say, like otherworldly beings or extraterrestrials. I mean, I feel like sightings, if you look up and they're looking into the sky here, we're going to see a lot more things happening maybe over the next couple of weeks. But this is a really nice blend about kind of gaining that clarity to solve problems and to work on ourselves on a deep emotional level. Again, if we look at the advice for this, for the rest of this month as well, we have the King of Cups. with the Eight of Swords. See, or sorry, Eight of Wands. So that's what I mean. Like, I feel like a lot of fast moving energies are coming in, especially starting today. I feel like they've started a couple days ago. I believe May 2nd felt like a very strong day, and it's been kind of a week of a bit of turmoil in terms of feelings that are coming up and surfacing. Again, exactly what the cards are saying. But again, the King of Cups and the Eight of Wands here is a big, swift, fast breakthrough on our journey here. A lot of us are coming into like this realization and awakening here. And again, I feel like our hearts, we're going to be open and helping other people that are also dealing with certain issues of feeling, feeling off or feeling sad, feeling guilty here. This is really going to, there's advice here to extend your love, extend your hand out. But again, if somebody is refusing to take it, then, allow them to continue on their journey as well, because we're not here to, save everyone. But if somebody's looking to receive help or wants more knowledge, if you can help them out, then be that helping hand, be that shining light in their darkness as well. But I don't usually get into too much for politics here, but I'm feeling like this is even like if you look at this King of Cups, this is a leader, a big leadership quality here. And the Eight of Wands, so this could even represent a strong, wise leader that's kind of coming in as well, that's gonna lead a little bit more through the heart, connecting to intuitions, making certain formal decisions here as well. So maybe there could be some changes in certain figures, maybe stepping down or coming up or stepping into the light, so to speak. Let's see. Oh, yes, and we have the Five of Cups, and it's clarified with the Ten of Swords here. This advice here is really showing, it's really coming up as I'm feeling like a big sense of loss or pain, just people being vulnerable here over the next little while. So really important to handle others with compassion. Like you don't know what their journey is and what they're going through. So try not to judge them on things that they're doing or actions they're making here. So this could be certain setbacks. Again, I think this is really crucial to be aware of what it is that you guys are, or that as a collective, what we're putting into our thoughts, into our feelings, into our reality, because it's really going to alter our where we're going. And with these two cards here, it's kind of showing like, again, hitting rock bottom, which is that phrase I keep hearing. So a lot of people are going to be, I feel like, hitting rock bottom, and a lot of us are going to be out there trying to help, like extending that helping hand. So a bit of a divide. I actually feel like seeing these two cards, I feel like this portal is going to have, again, that fork in the road. There's going to be a divide with the collective a little bit in terms of certain people going down one path and certain going down maybe even a fear-based path here, because they're too heavily programmed to kind of see through the veil. But it's really thinning here, and lots of beautiful energies and lights are coming down and really opening up a lot of eyes to the collective here. So, I mean, especially with these two, though, if you look at 10, 10 that's the final straw. This is the end of a tough cycle. So, take away, like, accept any challenges that are coming and work on it, and know that these are certain lessons that are helping us grow and helping us evolve here. And a majority, like, are coming out very nicely, because we've got the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords, double aces in this reading. And the moon came up a couple times as well. So lots of intuition. I feel like heightened intuitions are really happening at this time as well. Let's pull a couple more cards for this 5-5 portal. What else do we have? Spirit for the 5-5 portal. Surrender to the divine. And look at that, your commitment is being tested. I pulled a couple cards earlier this morning as well for the day's energy, and the wheel came up, and it was the Four of Pentacles and the wheel. And again, this is really about, I actually did a post on my Instagram, and I think on the bottom I said surrender, surrender, surrender. And it's something that's like talked about quite a bit, but that's what really helps us get out of this cycle here, is surrendering to the divine. It's not giving up, it's allowing those belief systems, because for these new ones to enter, something has to leave. Like you can't still have, it's like that fake it till you make it statement. You can't still hold on to the belief system that you have no money and then you still have all this money coming in. Like these two are colliding. You have to let go and release any bad traumas or anything, like any I feel like I'm getting tongue twisted here. I feel like any things that are not serving your highest good or your relationship to money, to allow, I mean, I'm just using money as an example, but it's like to allow new things, new doorways of opportunities to come flooding in here on this side. Because look at this. This is fast movement, lots of opportunities, travel, like lots of things coming to us as a collective. But in order for us to allow this to come in, we have to let go of this. It's like that analogy of the trees. Every winter, the trees let go of their leaves, they let everything fall. And then in the summer and in the, or I guess in the spring, they start to rebloom again. They don't hold on to the old leaves. They allow them to drop. They allow them to be released so new ones can flourish and bloom. And that's kind of the same thing for us. We need to learn to surrender to certain things that are more or less, they're just our perspectives. They're just belief systems that we've put up and that are blocking us from letting all these new opportunities to come in. And again, we have your commitment is being tested. And it's funny because just like at the beginning, how I kept seeing that statement, fake it till you make it. It's like the universe is testing us at the same time. Like they know our vibrations. We can't fake our vibration. So with the Five of Cups and the Ten of Swords, it's like certain situations are coming that could be challenging, but it's all just to test us. It's a test of our faith. It's a test of to see how do we handle these situations? Do we let it drag us down, or do we say, hey, we're going to use this to our advantage and just know this is a learning experience and this is going to be what gets me over here. So again, it's about putting effort in and realizing that it's kind of like moving towards certain things with confidence and poise, and knowing that we have the ability to give this our own meaning, and it doesn't have to be a bad meaning. Just because something's challenging we don't have to label it as being bad. So, my lovely friends, this is really a sign to be strong through the storm, because we're all going to, I feel like so many of us are coming out the other end despite certain challenges. Look at that. Yes, foundations and achievements. Look at the rainbow. I love it. Absolutely beautiful. Let's get one final message before we wrap up. Let's go with the spirit animal. What do we have for the collective, for the 5-5 portal? We have the wolf coming out there. And the end of or bottom of the deck is the vulture. The wolf really symbolizes power, loyalty, but also a lot about guardianship and teamwork. So this is the guardian of the family here. So again, when we're maybe out of balance, we could be judgmental, dominating. But again, when we're into balance, it's about letting go and feeling reliable, being fearless here. So lots of positivity for this wolf coming through. Maybe symbolically, a wolf means something to you. But again, another thing I'm getting from the wolf here is they're also very intuitive, and we have a lot about our intuition popping up here and working with that with the heart chakra. So again, if you're intuitively you feel like something's off, follow that intuition, because so many of us are getting I feel like an upgrade when it comes to our intuition. Things within our body and our soul are being activated here. And the bottom of the card is or the deck is the vulture. It's quite funny that the vulture came up because this is a symbolism of rebirth. It could be a symbolism of death as well, but this is purification and new beginnings happening here. This 5/5 portal is all about, I feel like the guardians came up twice. So we are fully protected. There's so much love, so much, I feel like spiritual presence around us. But there's this gateway for rebalance and purification here. So lots of wisdom and clarifications. I feel like things are really coming to surface and rebalancing is happening throughout this portal. So overall, lovely souls, the 5/5 portal, this is really like about connecting our intuition and trusting the path that's unfolding before us here. So my advice is to make the most of this portal, meditate, journal, spend some time outside, and really be mindful of your thoughts here. Be mindful of your emotions, because you have the power to manifest your reality by focusing on positivity, gratitude. We can attract so much joy and abundance into our life. So thank you all for joining me on this tarot reading. I'm sending you all much love and blessings. If you guys like that, please feel free to hit subscribe or comment as well. Let me know how your guys' energies have been over these past 5 days. And again, lots of love and blessings to you. And until next time, bye for now.